Hello and welcome to the NMS Prime channel. My name is Robin Sachse and I'm going to explain to you how the interface for the configuration files works. First, we log into our demo system and click on provisioning on the left side, and then we click on config files. Here we will see two buttons, one in blue for creating the new configs and one in red for deleting the config files. Between these two, you can see a list of available config files. If you have set up the system yourself, you won't have any config files here. If you have a service level agreement, which also means that we set up NMS Prime for you, you will also have these config files, because you will get a fresh database dump pre-installed. Nonetheless, you can also head over to our demo system, if you installed it yourself, and copy the available ones from there to your system free of charge. Let's open up the list of config files for the CM, which means cable modems, and you see a list of different vendors. For example, we choose Thomson and then TC, and then for example the THG541. In here you see the settings for the THG501. For example, the name, the device, what it is, it's obviously a cable modem, the parent config file, which means where it's positioned in the tree you saw, and the public use. If you change public use to no and you create a new modem, you can't select this configuration file. Then also the configuration file parameters and the firmware and the certificate file. If you upload a firmware, which is optional, you have to upload a certificate. Otherwise, the certificate isn't needed. That's just for the firmware. The certificate is needed to install the firmware. If you create one of these, you just click on save at the end, and then it will come right up in this tree. As you may have noticed, the field with the configuration you just saw wasn't everything for the whole configuration. The keywords for the tree view are cascading and inheritance, which means that the configuration file is built by going down into the tree. For example, the complete configuration for the THG541 is built by going down this line, and every text area adds something to the config. In terms of the uploaded firmware, only the last one found is being used in the end. And same goes also for the certificate. So now it's time to create a new config file by clicking on Create Config and inputting a name. For example, my new config. It's a cable modem. It should be located on the base. And here I want to show you how the system reacts to errors. If I would do something like this, mistake, and not add any specification at all, and would click on save, it would say to me there are syntax errors. So if I input a correct one, for example a vendor-specific vendor identifier for Thomson, I can click on save. So now it shows me that it has been created, and under config files you can see this one at the end, together with a little check mark. The check mark is used for deletion. If config files are being in use, you can't delete them. So this one has the little checkbox because it's still not in use and I could delete it. In the end, the only thing that's left is heading over to modems and choosing a modem and selecting the newly created config file. I will just check the checkbox and click on delete marked elements, and then it's gone. And that's it for this video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to get informed about new videos, subscribe to our channel. You can also head over to nmsprime.com, scroll down and subscribe to our newsletter, and thanks for watching.